Hey everybody, welcome back to Eat and Talk. Y'all, I'm so excited for today's episode because I have someone here who's really a legend. And I call him a legend because he has my dream job, okay?
Oh,
Like, but it's so awesome. And just getting to know him off camera, I'm so excited for this episode and to dive in. We have Mr. No.table.manners himself, Minnesota. I know y'all have seen him, but Lenny, welcome to the podcast.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Thank
I'm happy
you.
to be here.
I'm happy you're here.
This is right up my speed.
I love it. I'm
You
so
hear me?
happy. And you guys, like, getting to know him and like what he does, the way you just glow, speaking about what you do, like you have this glow because you actually genuinely love what you do.
For sure.
And that's the type of people I bring on this platform. So thank you for coming.
Of course, man. I'm happy to be here for real.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about you for those of us who don't know you. Lenny, what do you do? How do you do it? Let's go.
Yeah, man. So, I'm Lenny. I run No Table Manners on Instagram, TikTok. Y'all get my government on Facebook. It's Leonard Redwood. Y'all can follow me there. They ain't letting me change my name, but it's all good. But so I'm just eating around the city. You know what I'm saying? Trying new spots, all type of spots. Just doing really what I love.
Yeah.
I was doing this off camera already, so I'm really like tapping into a dream of mine, something I thought about since childhood. So I've been loving it. It's been going great, man.
Yeah. And that's so interesting that you say since childhood, because like when we're kids, usually it's like we want to be police officers, doctors, like, maybe even a chef. But like, so you were like, no, I want to eat and like travel.
Literally.
That's what you wanted to do as a kid.
For sure. Like my favorite channel has always been ESPN and Food Network. They go hand in hand.
I love that. Yeah.
So it's like with the food, like watching people like Anthony Bourdain and Guy Fieri, even the dude on Man vs. Food, I just always said like they have the best job. I literally always thought that because I always was a person that ate different foods, always tried new foods. And like who wouldn't want to try food, kick it with the chefs, learn about the food, and go to different places and travel to eat it. So big dream of mine, and like I just had to go for it eventually, and like we here now and it's been great. So I'm definitely excited to see where it's going to keep going because like I'm living on my dream for real.
Yeah, you really are. And so we have a lot in common. So you also went to school for journalism. So how was that? And tell me about like, obviously in some sort of way, you're kind of doing journalism, like a food journalism. So how was that experience like, and what do you tie into that today?
Just like, when I was in high school, our broadcast journalism class started when I was in 11th grade. It was the first time they introduced it. So that class was really my class. Like, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing acting, been on camera. I'm not camera shy at all. So, like, when I got into that class, that was something that really made me like, oh, I could really do this. Because when I was there in high school, I was editing 30-minute shows, doing voiceovers, going out acting, all type of things. And when I got to college, it was just refining that, and being in broadcast journalism, I wanted to always be in front of the camera and talk to the people. My thing was either sports or food. So I did one of the two, but food has always been my thing. So like really just like going for it was like so refreshing because we work jobs and you may like that job or you may not, but do you get to live your dream? That's the thing. And like me doing the food has always been a dream. So like the broadcast journalism side, working with the cameras and whatever really refined me for where I am today. So it was definitely a good starting point to get me where I'm at today to be doing, what I always wanted to do.
Yeah. And you're so multifaceted, which is so amazing. So tell me about your first content that you produce in this food journey.
Yeah, so my first restaurant I ever did was this place called Julia at Hotel Emery. And it's so funny because I just went there last week.
Okay.
It's my first time coming back since the video. And I watched my old video and how I was talking. I wasn't comfortable yet. So I'm talking like politically correct. Like, do you see the fresh greenery without the view?
Yeah.
Like stuff I would never say on my own if I was there with whoever just talking about the place or the food. So like watching that first video to like now just being more comfortable, better with my camera, everything like that, it's really like a complete 180. Like, and when I went back in there, you know, they're like, you know, they like the video, but like they're really excited for when I put that out next week to see like how far I come. So
you went and did it again?
Yeah, I went again, and it's so much better. It's night and day, like literally. So just watching my progression from when I dropped that as my first video last year to, you know, right now is like crazy.
Yeah.
Because I just went in there on my own at the time. Like this time they wanted to really work with me and come in and try their food and make a good video. So it's just a completely different experience, you know, overall. So it's super cool. But I came a long way, trust me. You watched some first videos.
I gotta scroll. I haven't scrolled all the way that down yet, but now I gotta
watch some
check.
first videos. It's just the voiceovers. They're funny.
No, we all start somewhere. I mean, even when I first started Eat and Talk, like my first video compared to now, like you said, day and night.
Yeah.
Like once you break into your shell, you get more comfortable, you know, then you kind of find your flow.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I mean, you went viral so many times. Probably almost every video is like viral that I've seen.
Yeah.
Eventually you started growing from there. Do you have kind of like a pattern or a process of like how you select the restaurants that you go and review?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, like I like my thing with like picking a restaurant I go to, I'm very visual. Like I need to see the food. Like I want to see the food because I want to be excited about when I come in there. So like I do restaurants who maybe ain't, you know, not that familiar with using social media to whatever, but you know, so I will go and do that. But like if I see the food, it look good, people are saying it's good, then I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? So like when I find these spots, it could be from a recommendation. I could be driving. I'm a habitual put my phone out the window, snap that picture at the light. Like, oh, that looks kind of good. I just did that like 3 times last week. And I'm like, I'm going to come back and try those places. So it's like, I really like food from all different avenues, and like selecting what I eat, it could be from anywhere. Recommendations, they reach out to me, I reach out to them, or I might just be simply on the move and like the sign might look nice. And I'm like, I might go try that. I ain't seen no food at all, but you got a good sign though.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
No, it's so fun. You're just like me, I swear.
Yeah, for real though. Wow, that looks kind of cool. They put some money into that sign. It might be, the food might be good.
Right. I love that. No, that's so awesome. So can you tell me, like, this is going to be hard, top 5 places that you absolutely love right now?
Oh, man. Top 5. Okay. So my number 1 restaurant last year was El Sazon, Cocino and Tragos at their brick and mortar Minneapolis location. I love that restaurant. Love those people. They literally like family. I feature them a lot on my page. They might be on my page 4 times in the little year and a half I've been doing it. So love El Sazon. I love the Kitchen by Bake brand inside the Global Market.
Yay.
Great food. You know, that's the food that if I want to do, you know, quick chicken, catfish, just good food that I like to eat since growing up.
Yeah.
I love Two Mixed Up Kitchen inside the Grays and Provisions building. You know, that's my buddy Ernest. And no bias, I grew up with him since 7th grade, but his food is really that good. Like, he's won awards. Literally has the best spot in Grays, hands down. My favorite restaurant, you know, pound for pound that I go to, which they're not even on my page, is Baltimore.
Okay.
I love Baltimore.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love Baltimore too.
Because you know what? The ambiance, they make my favorite old fashioned. Bread of Life. If you had the Bread of Life, you know what the Bread of Life is. They got the best sides. Oh my goodness.
The honey
they got the best
butter.
sides. Like steak is good. King crab, whatever. Baltimore's, that's my favorite place. I go there the most, which is crazy. I haven't put out a video on them,
crazy. Well, now
I'm
you
about to do that.
Yeah.
But Baltimore, and then shoot, man, I'm trying to think. Another one, number 5. I really there's a couple places. So I really liked Mr. Paul's and Edina. and I really like Tongue in Cheek in St. Paul.
Okay.
Low
Tongue
key.
in Cheek has been on my list. I haven't
Tongue in
been there
Cheek
yet.
is amazing.
Okay.
If you go there, get the teasers.
Okay.
It's literally a tease.
Okay.
It's like one bite on a spoon.
Yeah.
That's all they bring you.
Yeah.
One bite.
Wow.
You eat it, and you're literally being teased because you're like, wow, that's so good. Like, where's the rest of it?
Can you get the rest of it after you like?
No. You keep getting teased.
Wow.
They got like 5 of them. At least when I went, I think they had like 5 different teasers. You know, I think they had like 2 sweet ones. You know, other ones are like actual, something you would eat as an entree. And it's literally such a play on your palate. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Because you want more.
Yeah.
You take that bite and you're like, what the heck? Like, I don't have a plate of this. So yeah, I love Tongue in Cheek too.
I love that.
So yeah, those are some good
I gotta
spots.
try. You heard that, y'all. I gotta write that list down. That's awesome.
Go to them.
Okay. So I'm gonna take it back real quick. Tell our viewers a little bit about. I mean, so you went to school for journalism, but you just started like content creating. You said last April, which is insane to me because I felt like you were doing this forever. Like the way that your content is produced and just all the places that you've been able to touch is amazing.
Yeah. It's been cool.
What have you what were you kind of doing a little bit before that? And like how did you actually get the momentum to start before you walked into Julia? When were you like, all right, like I'm just done doing this, I'm about to start living my dream?
Yeah, so like before I was doing any content creation, I was a actual federal loan debt collector.
Okay. Not you taking our debt. Oh my God, you was one of those.
I was nice about it.
Okay.
I will respectfully ask you, I need a payment of $300.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure
I was getting that money though.
Yeah.
I was getting that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was getting that money. But yeah, when the pandemic happened, you know, that job kind of got taken away from me, which was very much a career job. Great job. But yeah, so after the pandemic, when I was in the pandemic, I was just cooking on my own page, which I can't cook myself.
I was going to ask you that. I was like, can you cook?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
What can you cook?
Man, I'll throw down.
Really?
I could show you this steak I made.
Oh,
I'm trying to tell you. You're going to see that color on that.
All right.
Perfect medium.
I'm glad, because I was going to say, I hope you don't just have an eye for food, you could actually make food.
No, I was in the pandemic, I was in the crib making my own recipes. I literally came up with like my own sauce for these wings I made. I had to show you my little highlight reel on my actual personal page.
Okay.
Real good stuff on there. Don't play with me with the cooking. I get down.
I hear you.
know what I'm saying?
I love that.
But I was done with cooking. Like once the pandemic was over, I'm like, man, I'm tired of cooking. I've been in the crib cooking for 2 years. I ballooned up. I was in the crib. I was like 280 in the crib.
Yeah.
I got out the crib. I was like, man, I'm finna go eat everybody else's food. And I was like, I already wanted to start my food thing. So I just started just taking myself out and just recording the food, doing a couple voiceovers. And then, you know, once I had this particular video go viral, that just turned me up. And I was like, okay, I need to really get into doing the content the way that I want to do and not the way that I feel like people may want to see. Because if I would have stuck to it the way I was doing it originally, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I know that for a fact because it's not me. So like when I started getting real creative with my voiceovers, my angles, my lighting, I started taking it serious. That's when people really was like, well, who is this dude? Like he just burst on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like the foodies here, like I don't think nobody's ever really seen somebody like come on the scene, take the shots that I take, tell a story like I do, voiceovers, clean video, and like really hone into them skills like I did. And that's why I feel like I blew up as I did.
I love that. I want to talk about the story part. So, I mean, that's what I feel like differentiates you from the other food content creators is you really get into the storytelling aspect of when you're reviewing the foods. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, do you get the story before, like when you meet the restaurant owner and the chefs, like how are you able to kind of like deliberately include that in the videos that you make? Yeah,
I mean, like I spend like when I go on these food reviews, man, I'll be there for a minute. You know, a lot of the time isn't even spent eating necessarily. Sometimes I just be chilling with the chef or talking to them like, okay, you know, explain this dish to me or, you know, tell me what you guys are like. I really be building relationships with these people. And that's why I felt like, I get the love that I get back, because it's not like I'm just popping in a restaurant, eating their food, waving goodbye. Like we really sit there, we talk, we chop it up. And they always tell me, like, they love how when I could come in and do their videos, because they know what I'm getting. It's not just a highlight reel. They know, like, most of my videos, pretty much all my videos, 90% of them, I'm talking on it, I'm telling the story. And it literally goes from beginning to end. I come in, I'll show out the spot, I tell what dishes I really like. Even if I say something isn't bad, I'm not tearing down the restaurant. I'll keep it real, short, simple. I don't need to harp on it too much. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever I say bad, trust me, it's people that love that dish. So I'm not here to hurt anybody's business at all, whether they get something I say negative at all. Like, the story of it is just seeing how they got there. It's like, it really means a lot to me. And a lot of them is small businesses, or even if they have a big business to get to that point, I know that it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
To get to my point, it wasn't easy either. So I really can relate to them in that way. So the storytelling aspect of it from beginning to end of my videos is real important, because, people really want to know, like, what did you eat? What's the ambiance like, and things like that. And that's what I really try to capture in my video, but put my own spin on it, make it fun, but it's always going to be clean,
Yeah. And so are you like a one-man team, or, because how do you get, like, are you the one doing the lighting, the top, like everything?
Yeah, well, especially last year when I was really building up my page, I was a one-man army.
Wow.
I was out there, ring light, selfie cam. I was doing all my own videos as far as filming, everything. So, like, sometimes now I invite my friends, family, they come on these collabs with me and things like that, and they just help me film, help take some of my shots.
Yeah.
But I'm still the one going home editing
and
putting in all them hours. Yeah, doing everything else. But yeah, I will incorporate, my friends, family who come on these things with me and eating, and they help me film and things like that now.
Yeah.
Because, man, I need a team down there.
Yeah, and at this point now, you grew so much. Yeah.
Emails alone.
So you need an assistant. If you need someone to eat with you, I'll hold the camera. I promise.
Please come and eat with me. I would enjoy that. And you know what? You're gonna pick the restaurant. Okay. We're gonna go to one of your spots.
I'm excited.
Put me on some new food.
I got some places for you. I do. Yeah.
Well, you picked my spot today.
I did. Oh my gosh, you guys! I was so excited. I had brought some sambusa and some mandasi from Daily Cairo Grill. You already know that's one of my favorites. And he already knew what was up. He already knew it. That's how I know you're a foodie.
I do this.
You were like, oh, you went to my spot. I was like,
yeah. I watched that story today. I was like, oh, she at my spot. And when I used to stay over south, I used to slide over there.
That's crazy.
Get my little sambusa, my little coffee, my little banana.
He
with
got
my
his
rice.
banana. That's how I know you know what's up, because you
already
know the banana.
I know the banana. The banana is essential.
Oh my gosh.
You got the banana.
Yeah. I gotta take you to some Somali spots. Did you see where I was at earlier today? I went to the Somali restaurant.
Yep, I did see that.
I was eating camel meat. I gotta put you on a camel meat.
Put me on.
Yeah.
I'll try anything.
Yeah.
I will try. I never, I will say that I guess I don't have any Somali restaurants on my page, so
yeah.
Maybe you might have to put me on
I'm
some
working
Somali.
on helping elevate like my community with like social media and content, and they love it. So I think they would love you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'll be trying everybody's food.
I love that. Yeah, and that's another thing like I talked about was like I really love how diversified your food page is, and a lot of like content creators, which is great too. Like I love seeing, the upscale restaurants and, what's good and stuff, what's around here. But you really you go to the kitchen by Bake.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my girl. Like you come to Midtown Global Market. That's where I office out of. And like, you go to all the different spots. Like there's a wing spot in Northside. You're like, let me go check out these wings. Like Asian food. Like you really like diversify all of the places. It's not just upscale restaurants.
Yeah, I love food. Like that's the best way to describe it. Why my page looks the way it does, because like I really do love food. Like I would try anybody's food, because you never know what you may or may not like until you try it. You know what I'm saying? So like. I like fancy restaurants, they're nice, it's nice, dates and things like that. But like my jam is mom and pop. Like I love them small restaurants where they really take the time, put their heart and soul in the meals, and they're making it work as best they can. Sometimes these people only deal with that community that's around them. So like when someone like me come in And if I really do like the food and I put that video out, you know, I'm really bringing in a whole new market for them. So that's really important to me because, you know, those are the ones that they need to help the most.
Yeah.
You know, fancy restaurants, people gonna go there because people want to go out, people want to be cool. I want to be cool.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I like nice restaurants too. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be cool as well. But like when it comes down to it, when you need a meal and it's 3 p.m., 4 p.m. in the middle of the day, you going to that small spot right in your community or, you know, things like that. So like those people, you know, mean a lot to me. You know, like for instance, like El Sazon, that was my #1 rated restaurant last year. They started in a gas station.
Yeah.
Gas station.
Yeah.
Where they just, so many people was coming to gas station for the food. They done moved into a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And they're literally one of the top restaurants in the state, you know, anywhere. You know, some of the best, you know, food I've had anywhere. So, yeah, so those people are really important and they definitely need their shine. So I definitely try to, you know, tap into everybody and get everybody they, you know, they praise and things like that.
Do you review food outside of Minnesota? Like, do you travel?
Yeah, so early in my page was a lot of travel content, but I wasn't big enough. So nobody's seen it. They still ain't really looked at it. But yeah, so I was out in I did New Orleans. I had some good food on there from New Orleans. Hit some real historical spots, like spots that's like been around for forever. I did Scottsdale. I did a food tour in Chicago recently. I haven't put it out yet, but that's coming. And I just went to Bali for 10 days.
Wow.
And so
10 whole days?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of hang out.
You were on a honeymoon.
By myself.
Yeah.
Single as hell.
No, listen, that's the best date that you could do though. Like 10 days by yourself in Bali. Like, that's amazing.
No, 10 days in Bali by myself with no phone.
Wow. Oh, no phone either.
I broke my phone.
I was going to say, was that
in the airport
so
on the way to
on accident?
Okay. It was on an accident, but that was the craziest feeling. I literally didn't have a phone for 10 days. I literally just had to live in the moment, which was great.
Wow.
But I really went there to get like some insane content. So I didn't get as much content as I wanted to because I had to use other people's phones. But I'm going to still put out, you know, what I can. I'm going to make it work. But that little break without the phone was really good, you know. I've never lived in a moment where I didn't have to use my phone.
Especially when you're like a social media content creator, like taking those breaks. I mean, I feel like it's important to do little social media breaks.
Do you know how good it was for my food to hit the table? Yeah. And I could just eat it. And you
ate first and not at the camera?
I didn't have to take a picture.
Yeah.
I didn't have to take a video. Yeah. I could eat my food piping hot from the back of the kitchen and just dig in. Wow. I haven't done that since I started my page. Wow. No food has ever hit my table and I just ate it. That I'm like, okay, I'm here to do a video. So that was like the best part. Just to get right to my food. It's hot and ready. Yeah. Ready to go. So I really, you know, I wanted to bring, you know, my followers, you know, some really good content. But for myself personally, it was really big for me to go through that because I didn't know I needed that. And it was like a real reset for me to just be like, damn, like, you know, I'm in this whole other country on a whole other side of the world. And I was there with all strangers. Yeah. You know, 70 strangers, other content creators from all over. And it was just cool, you know, to just hang out and just be in a moment. And I haven't done that since phones were created. So it was really cool.
That's remarkable. I love that. So on your page now, I mean, what are some of the videos that, you know, did really well that people seem to really enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, well, the first video that really went popping for me that really kickstarted my page was just a really small steakhouse in Arden Hills called Lenny's. They literally have 5 menu options. That's it. I don't even think they have social. I mean, I don't know if they're on social media. I couldn't find them. So I don't even know if they've seen the video. But that video really kickstarted my page, and I was pretty small. I only had like 1,000 followers or whatever at the time. But that video did like almost 1 million views. Wow. Even from 1,000 followers. Wow. And when I did that, like I got an insane boost of followers. And that just, that was a video that turned me up. And I was like, okay, I got to really clean this up, you know? And then I did like a spot in Shakopee called Bravis.
Oh, I love that place. I used to live next to it.
Yeah, so I did a really good video for them, blew them up. That was really good. One of my favorite videos was they're closed for the season, but I did this food truck called Samaje Snack Shack. And you know, when I went out there, and I've met him before. I stay in North Minneapolis, but I stayed in a different part of North Minneapolis. I stayed in the heart of it.
So the hood.
Yeah, I was in the hood.
That's what you can
I was
say.
in the hood. You know what I mean? And so he was right on Broadway, and I literally went out there the first day he ever opened his truck. Just me and my homie riding through the city. Was just like, oh, what's this chicken spot? We went over there, ate it.
I think I've seen this like on Facebook, actually.
Yeah. And like, so when I doubled back, I was going out to Brooklyn Park, and I saw the food truck in the Mills Fleet Farm parking lot. And I was like, oh, that's Samaje. I just went up there and talked to him, but it was no line. And I asked him, I was like, the chicken still the same? He's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He's like, but you know, he was thinking about closing up after the season, you know? And I told him, I was like, man, bro, I don't need nothing from you, bro. Give me a little 6-piece chicken. Let me just do a video. Let's just see how I do. I was like, because I know these are the best whole chicken wings that I've personally had in the state, you know? And I even put them above my most biased chicken wings, which is Hickory, because I'm a St. Paul dude.
Yeah.
So I did the video, and I'm like, man, you know, it's a shame it's not a line outside of this spot. I put that out. I'm not joking. He was sold out the rest of the summer.
Wow. That's amazing.
So he went in. So he ended his food truck gear great, and now he's talking about opening a brick and mortar next year, Snack Shack, because like he's stamped now. I used to go out there just to interview people, just to see, like, do y'all feel the same way I feel? And like, people eating a chicken with no hot sauce, and black people eating chicken with no hot sauce. That chicken better be good, because I talked about the gold sauce.
You did.
I don't need no hot sauce. So yeah, man. So like, people like that, man.
Yeah,
that's what it's really all about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes your work impactful, because people probably just like look like, oh, he's just over here content creating, posting food and go. But like, no, like, you're driving business to these small business owners, and that's such a beautiful, impactful story. Yeah,
for real. And it is. And I really do what I do, especially because, like, you know, people that look like me, you know, a lot of black people don't eat other people's food like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we very much stay within our realm. Even if we do go eat some Asian food, it's fried rice. It's fried rice, wontons, and oyster wings. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll really be trying to, like, especially like, make people that look like me be like, man, you can branch out and try other people's food. Like, you know, this Indian food is really good over here. And so, because when I go in these restaurants, I see everybody else but us. You know, so like, when I feel like when you see someone like me who look like you eating that food too, it makes you more open to at least trying it, however you feel about it, but at least you want to go out and try it. So that's why it's really important. And I love when I get those messages like, you know what, man, I would have never ate that if you didn't eat that. And so that's always very important to me too.
I love that. No, that's so amazing. Are there any challenges that come with what you do?
Man, I mean, honestly, the biggest challenge right now with just how the page has grown is, like, you know, I'm still very much doing everything by myself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm answering all my own DMs, emails, and I try to get back to everybody as much as I can. But it's tough, though. Because not only that, you know what I'm saying, I'm working, I'm a father. So it's like, I'm juggling a lot. So that's been the toughest thing. So there'll be some videos I want to get out sooner, but it's just like, man, I gotta take a break sometimes and just not look at my phone, not edit it, because them little 30-second to a minute clips can take 2-3 hours.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a perfectionist. Like, I will be done with a video, watch it, and like, nah, I'm gonna redo it, or you know. So it's like, I try to make my videos look exactly how I want. So that's really been the biggest challenge, is just like my bandwidth. Just trying to figure out how to balance everything. You know, so yeah, but I'm gonna figure it out.
You will. And I mean, what they say, like, you grow, you get more people who support you, but like with that, I'm sure that you also eventually get a team as well.
Yeah, man. I definitely want a team. So that's one of my goals moving into 2025 is to get some other people who are familiar with what I'm looking to get done behind me to just make it a little easier for me, so I could make me move and move, more like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
because it's well-oiled, but I need an oil change.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, I'll be needing oil changes sometimes.
Okay, so how did you come up with the name No Table Manners?
Man, don't you love it?
I love it. I really do.
That's what I'm not playing. When I be going and I talk to people, or even I come in, like, that's what I get the compliments most. It's like, oh, I love your name. I'm like, I run into people. I'm a self-promoter. If you bump into me, I'm like, hey, you like food videos?
Yeah.
Follow me. Oh, what's the handle? No Table Manners. Everybody get the cracking up. I love it.
I love that.
So when I came up with No Table Manners, I wanted something catchy. And, like I was already I've done marketing stuff before. So I know like you need to capture people's attention. And I didn't want a name with anything Minnesota based in it because I didn't want to box myself in.
Yourself,
And also like even though with me like being black, I didn't necessarily want to put that in my name because I don't want people just look at me like, oh, he's just a black guy. Like no, I'm a foodie.
Yes.
Like I really do this like no matter what I look like I'm going to do what I do. So when I came up with No Table Manners, I wanted a catchy name, but I also wanted a metaphor that could relate to everybody. So No Table Manners for me is when I go out and eat with my friends, which I got all type of friends from all different type of backgrounds, it's not No Table Manners. In your household, maybe if you sit at the table, you got to take off your hat. You can't have the elbows on. But like when we all just sit at the table, there ain't no table manners. Like we all here having a good meal and we all from different backgrounds. But one thing that's in common is that we here to have some good food. So like when we eat, it ain't no table manners. Like this is for everybody. Everybody sit down, come as you please. So that's really what No Table Manners mean for me. It's not me coming to restaurants and being rude, which some people thought that's what it was, but it's not. Like it's really a metaphor for just being like, man, whoever you with, no matter where they're from, man, sit down, have a good meal, and talk about your meal.
I love that perspective, and you're absolutely right. I feel like it's almost like its own culture. It's a food culture. No Table Manners means like, hey, we're here to enjoy the food. Ain't no rules. Be respectful, but like,
Yeah, it's just, pull up a chair and sit down. Yeah. I'm not correcting you. I'm not telling you to take your elbows off, your hat off. Yeah. However you want to sit down and enjoy this meal. Yeah. Like that's really what No Table Manners is, and it really comes from me always having different type of friends from all different type of backgrounds, and I go into their houses or they come out to eat with me, and all we do, we just sit down and eat and have a good time, and food is just one of those things, like out of everything in the world to me, that brings people together more than anything. I don't care what your views on anything is. We all like this cheeseburger. Yeah. We all like this pasta. So it's like any of that stuff don't matter. We could always relate on food and agree or disagree over food, but we all here at this table though. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what No Table Manners really is for me. It's really a metaphor on that.
I love that. So like through this journey, have you ran into or met any cool people?
Yeah, man. I mean, I be meeting on time. I mean, I worked with a lot of the foodies here. I run into Tony on TikTok. He's killing it. Yeah. But so I used to live in Columbia Heights, so I used to see him at a bar we both used to frequent. I met him a couple times. But one of the coolest things when I went on my food review in Chicago, somebody recognized me, which was kind of cool for me because it's like I'm not in that market. Yeah. But This one guy did recognize me, and I thought that was like super cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And when I went out to Bali here, I went out there with other people who do content and have videos, and we were from all over. You know, it was Americans, it was people from the UK, people from Africa. It was dope.
It's so cool for you to be in a mix with different content creators.
And like that's the first time I ever been on a trip with complete strangers.
Wow.
Didn't know none of these people, but we all there for the same thing. So yeah, like it's always like I run into all type of cool people. Like even the chefs, you know, the chefs are cool too. You know, like some of these guys are very known and popular, and you know, got awards behind their name. So me even being in their presence and talking to them and picking their mind is always very important to me too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's really, really cool. Is there any food that you haven't tried yet that you want to try / restaurant?
Well, I told you, you got to take me to them Somali spots.
Okay, I got you. I have a list of
So I ain't got no Somali
for you.
spots on my page. I do want to tap into, you know, more of that food scene. So that's probably like one of the foods that I haven't really highlighted too much. A restaurant that I really do want to go to though, which is a fancy restaurant, but I like to be bougie sometimes too. So I really want to try out the new Boquito restaurant. It just looks so good.
It was good. I went.
Have you been?
I have been. Yes,
man.
I really enjoyed it.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little salty. They had a little pre-event with all the influencers. And I checked my messages. I was like, hold on.
They skipped
y'all
you?
did not
They
invite me?
Yeah, they missed out.
I messaged them. I said, hold on, y'all didn't invite me?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm salty.
Yeah.
But get me in there.
Now they gotta, I was gonna say, now they gotta do like a special dinner just for you.
They got to.
Yeah.
If y'all see this,
Yeah.
this is what I'm telling you. I want to come try that food. But no, Boquito looks just really nice. Because I hit a lot of the mom and pop spots, but like Boquito, I haven't been to Porzana yet either. I know.
Shut up.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been to Porzana. I know.
Porzana is on.
Poor me.
Yeah, and no, really poor you. That is on my top 5 all-time favorite restaurants in Minnesota.
Damn, and you know, I know it's good because
the owner, other sister restaurants are amazing too.
Yeah, and it's pretty much been a consensus when I've heard about people talk about that restaurant. So I really want to get to those 2 spots before the end of the year, which I am going to.
Yes, gotta make it happen.
So yeah, those are 2 spots that I really, really do want to hit before the end of the year, just because you know I love a good steak. I love some good plating.
Definitely,
good
both
cocktail.
those places are like 10 out of 10 for steaks, but like Porzana has my heart.
Has your heart?
Porzana has my heart. Yeah, it's just always so good.
Well, they were pretty high on a lot of other foodie people's lists last year as far as like top restaurants. So yeah, I definitely want to go in and see what that's about and check them out. So yeah, that's a spot I gotta get out to. I did just check out the new restaurant Salt and Flour.
Okay,
have you been there yet?
No, not yet.
Amazing.
Good. Okay.
Oh, it's so good. I just went last night.
Okay.
So that's gonna be coming soon. Okay. Branzino. Amazing.
Okay.
The branzino was amazing, and they put it on top of collard greens. The collard greens was good, which I was iffy about.
I know. Yeah.
Because I was like, is it gonna be good? But the collard greens was good, and like I like trying new dishes. They have their grilled octopus.
Really? Okay.
Up there.
That's good.
I killed that dish.
Okay.
I was so happy when I was done with my pictures.
Yeah.
And little clips. Because I was like, I'm ready to eat this. So that was really good. So Salt and Flour is really a fire restaurant that I just checked out. But yeah, I got to get over to those 2 before the year is out for sure.
Yeah. No, they're amazing. And I'm sure they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, the North Loop is just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in the North Loop, I mean, you gotta work out.
You have to. I mean, I have so many friends there, but I'm like, I would walk to all these restaurants and just walk back to the house because, yeah, they're just spoiled out there.
Oh my goodness!
That's why they opened the Solid Core Pilates right there on North Loop.
They need to keep it coming because, I mean, if you're living in the North Loop, it's so many good restaurants over there. It's literally ridiculous.
Restaurants, coffee shops, bakeries,
everything.
Like, you name it.
Yeah, I just went to Backstory for the first time just for coffee. Never been in there. Beautiful coffee shop, high ceilings. I was like, wow, that place is so beautiful. Yeah, it's super chill. So, yeah, North Loop, man, I don't know. Yeah. Whoever is over there investing in that, boy, they doing their thing.
They're really doing their thing. There's so many. The food scene there is just amazing.
It is.
Yeah, I love it. I hope all of our corridors can get the same investments and take notes because it's gorgeous.
Hopefully they could bring back Uptown, man.
Yeah.
Uptown still always have my heart because Uptown was just always a spot to be growing up. I would never let go of the fact that Chino Latinos is not open.
That was like my college life.
I could cry.
I know, me too. That's
serious.
A huge chapter. If you're a Minnesotan, like a native Minnesotan, or you've been here forever, like that was our spot.
That was the spot.
Everyone's spot.
And I used to work right there. I'm not joking. I used to do Chino Latino happy hour 3 times a week.
Yeah, I had a lot of my friends that worked at the Mac store, the Apple store. So like we'd always like meet up there for a lunch, birthday dinners. They had the cute pineapple drinks.
Oh,
and
the pineapple drinks.
Just, such a
Their
cute vibe.
Their wings were so good. Tacos were so good. And if you go to the birthday and you do the
birthdays were so cute.
The little thing where you knock down the shots, it's like, man, it was just a vibe.
The birthdays were so fun.
Man, we couldn't do a GoFundMe to keep them around through the pandemic.
It just had so much potential.
You know, I used to say walking in Chino Latinos is just like literally watching a silhouette.
Yeah.
Because it's that orange background where anybody in front of it looks like a shadow. And like, it's just a sexy restaurant. The food was good. It was a vibe. That's why
we just felt so grown going there.
Man, right? Yeah. I was like 23, 4, you know what I'm saying? He used to try to be impress people like, hey, we going to chill on Latinos today, you know, so get whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, don't even know it's on happy hour. Like, like hey, girl, this ain't do nothing but cost me like 20, but you like the wings, all right?
Exactly. The drinks are in cute little cups. Like, the girls are feeling it. Yeah.
Man, Chino Latino hurt. We gonna have to.
I heard like someone bought the building. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, or I don't know, but I just
they gotta bring that vibe back. I swear, I don't even think I've been to a place that I feel like has recaptured that vibe.
We need to do an Uptown campaign. That's what we need to do. Like,
we do. As soon as they could get done with that construction.
Yeah, as soon as the construction is done.
Get done with that construction, I feel like Uptown can make a serious comeback. They better put the sign back up.
Yeah.
I better not come in the...
Yeah.
They used to have the Calhoun Square, and it's just gone.
I know. It just now feels like a ghost town. I know what you mean, and I work
and that's what I say to myself too. I'm like, Uptown is literally ghost town.
Yeah, no, we gotta bring it back. But I have hope. I think that it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be worked on, and it's gonna be thriving.
I really hope so. It's so crazy the Bar Louie building hasn't been accompanied in like 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was one of the best bars, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they just do some cool stuff.
There's a restaurant, there's Origami. I don't know if you've been there yet. And what else? And then they just have a couple bars. There's that Breakfast Club.
Which I did a video for them, really went viral.
Okay.
Kind of got them popping and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a very fun
I miss
restaurant.
The old Breakfast Club though. There was like the smaller one, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
With Chef DeMarco. Yes. And I love that one. It was short lived, but it was a vibe.
Yeah. That one that was like I was really bothered by what happened to make it close. It's just like what are y'all doing?
I know we gotta do better.
But you know, hopefully, you know, I'm very confident. He's such a good chef. I had his food. I highlighted his food over when he was occupying Poorhouse for their Sunday Fun Day brunch, and his food is amazing.
His food is amazing,
so good. So I'm very confident that he's gonna definitely get
he's doing
right
his
back.
thing right now, and I'm
still
sure.
He's good, but like I'm pretty sure like he want his baby back. Like he want his thing that's DeMarco, and so he's gonna definitely do that. And you already know when he opened that up, I'm right there.
We in there.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah. I love it.
Don DeMarco, yes. You know, drop the beat.
I love it. So I'm curious real quick, like how long before, because you're like, oh, I'm so excited to touch the food, but I gotta like record. How long does it take you to like make sure you got your right footage before you could actually start eating?
Man, I've gotten way faster at it. So like, early on, I used to take a minute to get, because I'll just be overthinking. You know, I take
You're a
this angle,
perfectionist.
this angle, trying to get it, you know, perfect. And like, yeah, it used to just take too long to get to the point of actually trying the food. So like now, like it hit my table, I'm recording. I'm recording right away. First thing I do, get my pics out the way. Pics is easy, click, 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 get my light. Then I get, you know, the type of angles I like. I've kind of got into like a little niche as far as like the angles I like for my particular videos. So yeah, I try to get my clips done within like 5 to 10 minutes of the food hitting my table. So not too long. And if it comes one by one, it's way quicker.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I get it. I already know, you know, how I'm gonna do it, and I literally already put the video together before I even get there. You know what I mean? So like as I'm taking these shots, I'm already putting the video together in my mind. Like I'm visualizing it in my mind. So when I'm taking them shots, it has to be what I'm picturing already. So when I do put it together, it's just pretty much just coming to life.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
I done got it. I don't feel like I done got it pretty much down.
You have the
how I want it
visual like thing, and like you know what to do.
Yeah, I mean it's like, I mean you kind of got to. I mean, yeah, you could wing it for sure, but like me, like I'm very meticulous, which is like, okay, if I know I'm coming to this particular record, I know the vibe I'm going for this video as compared to me going to a food truck. I know exactly how I'm gonna do that. You know, front facing, you know, camera, eating food, this and that. Usually when I go to like nicer places, you know, it just looks better just to like kind of show off aesthetics.
Yeah.
You know, the food, you know, things like that, the ambiance. So yeah, I know I'll be tapping into them vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's cool.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so what's next? Like, what can we look out for? I mean, we already know where to find you. You're on all platforms, but like, is there any content on the way that, like, I know I was just telling him today you did that boba tea in Lino Lakes. That looks so amazing.
Really good spot, man. I love the family-owned spots. Small, local, family-owned. Yeah, that place is really nice. It's called Soha Tea House, Soha's Tea House. They make everything in house, like even down, like I was telling you, down to the tapioca pearls, which is crazy to me.
Crazy.
And I'm just like, okay, how do you have the time to do all this? Like homemade baklava, everything. So really good spot, you know, which is totally different from, you know, the chains like Nico. Not saying those places are bad, but you know, this is a more grounded establishment in which I feel like, you know, those places definitely need to, you know, get some love, get some attention, because those people are really putting in, you know, the groundwork to make a good quality product that isn't commercialized. So definitely love that spot. But yeah, just really just trying to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger. I'm also trying to move into stays. So like I travel, I like to stay in hotels sometimes. So I'm trying to get into that market a little bit more. You know, places that got like the Four Seasons, for instance. Like, you know, come stay with me at the Four Seasons. Let's do a spa. Let's check out the amenities. Let's go eat at Mara. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's the cool kind of.
That's what I said. The girls like, you're living my dream job,
man. Like, but the girls they done cornered that market, man. Yeah, they done cornered the stays. The girls, come get ready with me. Yeah, you know, come stay with me. Oh man, they got it down. They got it down though. So I'm gonna figure out a.
You're like, let me figure out how to get into that market.
Yeah, too. I got to, because I like to stay at these places too.
I think, and you honestly, like, you should show that side, because, like, you know, how men can relax and like tap into like relax, like mental health. Like this is stuff that men can and should do.
I'm big on pampering. I pamper myself. I go get a massage. I go get a pedicure and manicure. As you should. It's not unmanly, men. Right. Okay. You see these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? But I take care of myself. Like I like to take care of myself. So like I don't think that there's enough men highlighting, you know, anything revolving in wellness outside of just, you know, workout content. Right. So it's like, yeah, like I want to show like guys can go to these places, get them a nice massage, enjoy them a nice meal, and they can pamper themselves too. And if you happen to be accompanied by a lady, it's even better.
Yes.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, so that's what I really want to move into, because it just taps into even more of like the travel content that I want to do. So like I met some cool people out in Bali, you know, who are in other spots. So I'm about to really lean into more branching out next year.
Yeah.
Because like I'm always trying to reinvent myself with also staying true to who I am, which is the food content. But there's just so many other things I could do. Like when I go to these places, like when I'm shooting shots or I'm stay at a restaurant or stay at a hotel, I'm already doing this anyway, taking a video. Like, you see how I'm living today, you know,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like I gotta tap into that too, and I have the platform to do it. So it's like, why not? So it's really just keep doing more and more things. Also working on like kind of like a newsletter app, like a subscription base where like people can, you know, you don't have to DM me. You know, you could just go to it and you can see my recommendations. You can see what I ate this month. That's the best. It's more of a personalized thing for people outside of watching the video and things like that. Because like I get so many messages like, "Hey, can you send me 5 restaurants this?" It's like, man, I want to get back to everybody and I want to reply to everybody, but like, man. I'm over here trying to think. I'm like, man, I don't ate so many places. Like, goddamn, trying to put together 5 right now. I'm like, man. So that's why I'm trying to work on that newsletter. That like, whatever you looking for, you could just go here. You get that and things like that.
Yeah.
And you know, I really want to get into. I did a lot of festivals this year, food festivals and things like that. But I want my own. You know,
I like that.
Yeah.
Lenny's food festival, like a No.table Manners.
Yeah,
like,
No.table Manners food festival.
Yeah.
And so like when I was young, like not young, but like 23, 4, 5, like me and my homies, like I said, we cook. We used to bring out the grill and go to Lake Calhoun and bring a speaker out. We'll literally put on Facebook, like, anybody want to come kick it, just bring your meat, we'll cook it. Just come kick it. I used to call them chilling grills.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm really looking to talk to the right people and get that started. Like, I want to start doing chilling grills next summer, like a monthly chilling grill. You know, I'll bring out, you know, couple of my favorite spots, and we just sit outside, kick it, eat, drink, whatever, like we hanging out. But
that
yeah,
sounds
man.
so
So
fun. I like
I'm just
that.
trying to get more personal, where like I'm actually mingling with more of the people who are watching my page, and because people see me at the restaurants, but it'd be kind of cool to hang out with them too.
Yeah, it would be nice. And I think like, especially like since the pandemic 2020, like we've really lost sense of like social skills and like how can we come back to like eating and sitting at the table, enjoying one's companies. Because you're right, we used to do barbecues and grills all the time before that. Now it's like awkward, or like just people just don't do it. It's not a thing, you know? So having something like that, again, it can be a networking session, you know, like not like an informal networking. And it's just, it's fun overall.
Yeah, and it's like, man, people like, you know, I run into people all the time who meet me, which I never get used to because I can't help it. I'm a big cheeser.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a big cheeser.
And it's contagious. It's nice. Yeah.
So like people come up to me, they'll be like, "Oh, No.table Manners, I can't help. I don't care what's going on. I just get the cheese." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" You know, I never get used to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's really fun, like, you know, meeting people or they want to take pictures or whatever. Crazy.
You can't get used
you know,
to
I
it.
can't because it's just like I'm just a dude from St. Paul, you know what I'm saying? Just really just trying to find my way. And it's like people really is like tapping into me and they support me, and I'm just like, wow, couldn't even imagine that. So yeah, man, it's cool, and that's why I feel like I want to get to the point where I can hang out with more of these people that are supporting me, because if they wasn't watching, they wasn't liking, they wasn't sharing, no matter how much content I put out or how good the content is, it's not gonna go nowhere. Like they're really essential to what I do.
Yeah.
Like they're literally the most important piece to what I do. So I want to give back to them and hang out with them and chop it up with them and, you know, let them hang out with me and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. I'm actually doing something really cool this next month where this lady, her daughters really love my page. So, which I'm not gonna say her name. I don't know if they're gonna see this, but
Yeah, you don't have
one of their little Christmas gifts is that I'm gonna go out and take them out to eat.
Oh.
And then they're gonna see how I do everything and this and that and sit
like
down.
a behind the scenes, like they're gonna go like a little meet and greet tour with you.
I'm just gonna take their family out and kick it because they really love my page. So, I try to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm really cool, down to earth. Like I'm not famous. I'm not big hit. I'm not whatever. Like I'll shake anybody's hand, talk to anybody, and things like that.
I
So
love that you're just giving back, and also like you're wearing literally local brand and local Minnesota brand.
Sure,
like you're
man.
always
like,
supporting small business.
I'm always supporting, man. Like Levels is my favorite brand. Local brand. Got a store in Mall of America. Like you can't ask for much more, and the quality is great.
Yeah,
and that's why I always wear they stuff in most of my videos and things like that. So man, I'm really big into Minnesota, and like I'm really doing this for the Minnesota Twin Cities in particular. But because like I know people that's from here that go out of state, they don't even say that they from here. It's like some type of like they ashamed or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like me, I meet people out of state. I'm like, I'm from Minnesota. They be like, oh wow, what? Like, so it's like, like when this does really get to where I know that it's going, like people are definitely gonna know like Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Map, yes.
We have great food here, and I'm the guy for you to know.
Yeah.
Like where to eat.
Yes.
For
well,
sure.
You guys heard that. Listen, if you're not from Minnesota and you're looking for where to eat, this is the guy for it.
You already know where to go.
So I love it. Well, this has just been such a breath of fresh air, talking to you, listening to your story, listening to your passion, not just for food, but community, really.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really important. So we always kind of love to wrap up with this final question. What advice do you have to our viewers who are watching this? And this can be in relation to someone who wants to start a content, creation journey, or anyone who really is, going into this new path of life and going outside of the box like you. What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, I mean, I always say just do it. You know what I mean? Like I had to get to that point, like, me starting my page, I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Which he doesn't look like. I swear I thought you were in your 20s.
Okay, appreciate that. We drink our water. We drink our water, plenty of sunlight.
Good.
But I just always say like, just do it. And I feel like a lot of people get caught up in social media could be a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got to be very healthy with how you're using social media because it could discourage you or it can motivate you. Me, I get motivated by the people who I see doing things, and I'm inspired by people younger than me. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from a baby, and like straight up. And I just always like I had to get to a point where like even me, I was working a great job, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I'm doing what was paying the bills, what was getting me by. And I think like you get the most joy out of life when you do something that you actually love doing. Because when you do that, it's not work no more. It's a passion. You get up, you get motivated to do that. Like when I go into the restaurants, I'm excited when my food hit my table. When I talk to these owners, I'm excited to hear their story and they're excited to hear mine. So like my only advice is to be like anybody watching is like whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like block out those distractions. Just start somewhere because the video that went popping on my page is not one of my favorite videos. I was sick that day. I barely had a voice in that video. The clips were regular. I had just started this and like that video went viral and like I'm not lying. Like it literally switched my whole mentality. So you never know when you're gonna get that break. So it's just like whatever you want to do, don't care about, what anybody's saying as far as like giving you thinking that you can't do it, get them people away from you. All my friends, all the people that support me, like, they excited for me. And, like, you need that support because they're going to motivate you, but you got to motivate yourself.
Absolutely.
So I just say, just do it, man. You got to start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. You get that fear out your heart, it's no matter, you never know where you could go.
Yeah.
You know, and like even me in a year and a half, like to do my trajectory, how much it's grown, I could imagine it, but I knew it was going to happen because, like, I believe in myself and I know that what I do, I take my time on it, and this is really a passion of mine. So when you're passionate about something, you're going to put that passion in.
Yeah.
And you're going to get that energy reciprocated. So just go for it.
Yeah, I love that. And you guys heard it. He said he believed in himself first,
100%.
You know, so.
I'm telling you, man, I was going to these restaurants, my own camera, my own light, me and my selfie stick, best friend. Me and my best friend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, just do it, man. And that's with whatever in life. Yeah. Ain't no age on that, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lenny, Mr. No Table Manners, for coming and blessing our podcast. And I always say I would love to see you back and invite you back again.
Of course, man. We on Eat and Talk.
Yes. You know, so I'm gonna come with you next time.
Yeah, so, you finna put me on the Somali
I got you.
Spot.
Please. I was just telling him today. He always eats sambusa, but you gotta eat it.
Yeah, so what you said, this is the sambusa and with
sambusa and a mandasi, or we call it in Somali bor.
So just take a bite of both?
You take a bite of both together like a sandwich. So
like
go ahead
sandwich?
And indulge. Yeah.
And this is my spot, y'all. I know about both.
Listen.
But I ain't never stacked it up like this. You over here doing TikTok stuff.
Yeah. No, this is
doing TikTok
I'm
challenges.
not even a TikTok person.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I already know it's good.
Yeah.
I just never had it like this.
It's so good. It's like a sweet and savory.
Sweet and savory is my jam.
Or with a malawah, or like our crepe, if you wrap it with a sambusa, also like fire, right? That's my go-to.
That's the jam?
Yeah.
Y'all finna put me on.
Yeah. We're going to go. Listen, we're going to do a Lake Street tour, and I'm going to put you on to some Lake Street Somali spots.
So look, I'm glad you brought that up real quick.
Yes.
I lived on Lake Street last year. And I'm so mad. I was with my friend one day, and we literally we was eating all day. Don't get me wrong, we was pretty lit. But it was a nice day. It was hot. We went on a taco tour.
Oh, yeah, the taco tour.
And I didn't freaking record it. And I really wish I had that content because, you know, we went to Tequila Las Milpas. We went to El Primo. We went to
that was
Panada.
My first thing with Lake Street before I joined officially as a staff member was going on a taco tour.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what convinced me to just
I got to do that. I'm going to run that back maybe next year. But, man, I swear I told when we were done eating, I was doing my foodie stuff already. And I told them, like, I'm lit. Off the Victoria beer up at El Primo. This is the last spot we went. I was like, damn, I messed up.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no footage. He was like, you right. This would have been a good video. I'm like, damn.
It's okay. You can run. They do it every year. So
yeah, but yeah, Lake Street. Oh man, you could just drive up and down.
Yeah.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Forget about it. You got it. You know,
Lake Street. I feel like I always tell people it's like you get a taste of like traveling the world without having to travel. You've got the Latino culture. You've got the East African culture. You got the Mediterranean Arab culture.
You been to Himalayan?
The Hmong. Oh, that's my favorite restaurant. Himalayans.
I gotta go back because like it's spots that I've hit that are so good I didn't do no content for because I wasn't in that mindset at the time. But yeah, that's another spot that a lot of people don't know about.
One of my favorite restaurants ever. Yeah, it's fire.
Their chicken tikka masala butter chicken is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So y'all might have to see that real soon on No Table Manners. I might have to pop back. I gotta pop back up to Himalayan.
Yeah.
It's like when I lived on Lake Street, I used to love it. I just used to go up and down the street. You can find what you're gonna find what you're looking for.
You're gonna find what you're looking for. Maybe even not on purpose. Like it's just you got so many things. So that's our goal. Go back on Lake Street, taco tourists, Somali restaurants, Himalayans, bringing Uptown back. We're gonna revamp Chino Latinos. We got a lot of work work
talk your
ahead of us
shit.
next year. So, but we're going to get to work. So,
Yeah, 2025 is going to be a big year, man. I think for the state of Minnesota, for the food scene, for myself, for even y'all tuning in, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for, where things is going. I feel like I got a good footprint now. So like now it's just about taking it to the next level.
Yes.
Straight up.
Well, thank you so much. Levels. I like that. No pun
leveling
intended.
up. Leveling up. That's what it's about right there.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming on Eat and Talk. And like I said, would love to have you back someday.
You already
Continue
know.
following. We'll make sure that we link his social medias here to our channel in this episode.
Okay.
Comment your favorite restaurants. Let him know where he should.
Yeah, y'all try some spots. Let me know what y'all think.
Where he should hit up.
Where y'all favorite spot that y'all went to? Give me some recommendations too. I need them recs.
I need them too.
I love a good rec.
Yeah.
I just went to the spot. I'm posting it this week. It's a deli. It's a recommendation. I do not remember the guy who told me, but this deli was so good. And it's out in Anoka. So I know people don't like to travel too much,
I have been looking for a deli because I went to a deli when I was in Duluth and it was so good. I don't even remember the name. So I've been looking for a deli. I can go to Anoka. I don't mind.
Man, this spot is fire. I'm really excited to edit that video.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm just so excited just to be following your content.
I'm trying to get that out Thursday. Cause I'm just like, when I eat real good food, I'll be excited. Like, I go home and want to go edit. Cause I'm like, oh, they gotta see this. So yeah, I'm excited for that spot.
I love it. Yeah. Well, y'all heard it. You know where to find the content. Go ahead and follow No Table Manners. Thank you again for coming.
I appreciate you.
Yes, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.
Eat and talk. No Table Manners.
Yay.
Let's get it.